Heyo, what's good YouTube? Welcome to another video, and I'm making a series on how to easily beat all the spotlight sims and get Taco Fall. So if you're new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you just don't miss out on all the upcoming videos and on all the upcoming tips. Going into today's tutorial, it's about getting blocks, and the challenge is to get 17 blocks to get Hakeem the Dream. And getting blocks on 2K, I'll be completely honest with you, it's pretty simple. All you need to know is the method on how to do it, and you'll be just fine. You'll see. This method works for both current gen and next gen, so it really doesn't matter what you play. I used to do it on a current gen before, while I was still playing on my PS4, but the footage that I'll show you will be from PS5 just because I'm way more used to this game now, and this is where I play. Anyway, I did it on my second try, but mostly because my first try was just messing around and trying to get all different kind of things and all different methods for you guys. But at the end of the day, I just realized that the one that worked all the time will work again, and it's the best. First of all, you will need a lineup, of course, and for this I would recommend getting two bigs. So power forward and center, they should be pretty big, and I think height matters a lot in this 2K when it comes to blocks. The higher you are, the more chances that you will get a good favorable animation. So this is the lineup that I used, and there's definitely you definitely do not need to use the exact same players. If you are able to manage to get that Wiseman, that's really great. He was amazing for me in here. Ball definitely way too expensive for most of people, so it's not necessary to do it with him. There's plenty of tall centers, power forwards to use. The point guard, shooting guard, small forward don't really matter. You will not be getting too many blocks with them, but if you have the means to have them taller, sure, be my guest. This will not hurt you. Now getting into the gameplay footage, and this is the method that I used. Basically, what you need to do is bait them with a jump and then go for the block. This is like a long story short. Anyway, the way it looks is you control your center, so you just icon switch to your L2 or L trigger. You icon switch to your center and you stand under the basket. You stand a bit out of the way, so you pretend that you're not really there. And then you switch for half a second to your point guard. Pretty much as soon as they cross the backcourt, you switch to your point guard and press triangle or Y. In that case, you will bait your opponent, AI in this case, thinking that they have an open lane. And more often than not, they will drive to that open lane and you can go in for the block. So that's long story short. My advice on doing that is once you bait them with that jump, switch back to the center instantly so he doesn't get out of position, and wait there a bit. AI needs to think that that he has an open lane all the way. If you move too fast, a lot of times AI will just stop and shoot a midi, and it's annoying. Most likely you will not be able to block it, and it's just annoying. So timing is the key here, and with the big center, you will always block their point guard. And in this case, in this challenge specifically, you're going against Trailblazers, and most of the times it's gonna be Damian Lillard, so he's super small and super easy to block. So really, that's really nice for this challenge specifically. Another huge thing here is do not go for defensive rebounds. Let them grab offensive boards, and I don't know why, but AI is just made this way that once they get offensive boards, more often than not, again, in most cases, they will go for a putback straight away. So if you let them get offensive boards, you have a high chance of blocking them. And just be ready for that. Once AI gets that offensive board, he probably wants to shoot it then straight away. So yeah, be ready to block it. And again, timing is key. So in this case. If you're only one-on-one, yeah, just be patient and try to wait for them to actually go up for a layup. But if it's well, if you have two guys under there, you can just match that triangle with both, well, triangle for both of them, so they're both jumping, and in a lot of cases you get that well, weird block animation where you just kind of steal with the block, but it still counts as block. So yeah, you just mash under the basket. There is a second method which again I tried today, and I don't think it is as effective as the first one, but well, maybe some of you will like it more than I did. And it's kind of the bread and butter for all the My Player grinders, people who grind their centers on My Player for those defensive badges there. But what you do is, again, you just pick your center, and again you stand well to the side a bit, so it seems like you're almost out of bounds or completely out of the way. And in like 90% of cases, what will happen, their center will be under the basket completely alone, and he will get a pass. So you need to wait until a point guard passes to that center, and as soon as he passes, you go there and you try to go in for the block. Personally, why I don't like that method is because I think it's easier to block a point guard than it is to block a center. It's just, well, simple maths really. It's easier to block someone who's 6 foot than 6'11". So yeah, this is why I don't like that method. But again, let's say if you ever did that before and you're used to it, you're used to that timing, definitely sure do that. It works here as well if you know how to do it. Also, another tip, this is on pro. This specific challenge is on pro difficulty, so you will be getting a huge lead. On offense, by the way, just go in for a shot. Just try to give them as much time to be on offense as possible. So yeah, just check your 3-pointers, and I mean, you will have a big lead anyway. And once you do, let's say it's beginning of fourth quarter and you have a 30 or 40 point lead, what you can do in that case is just give them the ball. Like, don't even go for offensive possession of your own. You don't need to win by 40, 50, 60, whatever. You need those blocks. That's all you came in here for. So what you can do is, if they scored, you just don't even pass out, get 5-second violations, and give them the ball away. But if they didn't, if you got a board, just go to the out of bounds on a side. By the way, while I was trying that as well on that first game where I kind of failed, but again, just because I was doing all these different methods to try them out. But yeah, one of the plays that this specific Trailblazers team has, it plays from out of bounds. It's to pass the ball straight under the basket and shoot right away. So it happens like once out of 7 or once out of 8 times. So, well, something among those lines. I don't think I have a clip for that, but yeah, basically you will see that there's one guy standing right under the basket, and I think I got that play like 5 times, and every single time computer just passed straight to that guy and he shot it right away. So again, an easy opportunity to get blocks. So yeah, just give the ball away as soon as you can, so they have more time for their offensive possession. All in all, this challenge is pretty simple. Hakeem the Dream is an amazing card to play with, so definitely worth doing. I ended up getting 22 blocks in my second game, so yeah, it's definitely doable, and I think I could have done even more if I tried at the end. But yeah, I believe you guys can do it as well. And yeah, just let me know in the comments down below how it worked for you. If this video helped you out, drop a like, drop a sub if you're new, all that jazz, you know. And yeah, for now, I'm out. Peace.